and welcome back to today's episode on the Fashion Fables podcast. Today, I am here alongside Helena, London based blogger, and I'm super excited to chat. Helena, thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, let's get started. If you could begin by telling us a little bit about yourself and your career path.
Yeah, sure. So I'm 25 and I live just outside of London. I have a blog and Instagram, which I work on the side, but my main career is actually in an accounting firm in London. So I'm accounts tax assistant, just doing like an admin-based role. Yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. What inspired you to create your blog and what do you hope to achieve from it?
And what inspired me is pretty much seeing it from other people. Like ever since I was really young, I watched loads of YouTube videos, and I've always loved YouTube and blogs. And when Instagram like kicked off, I was really interested in it. It took me quite a while to get into it because I was quite nervous and I was worried about what people would think. But now I really just enjoy taking nice photos pretty much and creating content.
Yeah, I agree. That's like the same for my podcast. I was a little apprehensive about starting it at first because I feel like on social media it's so easy to like find yourself comparing yourself to others and I don't know, just it can kind of throw you off, but I think that following like your path and doing what you want to do will really help you become the best version of yourself and continue inspiring others because I'm sure that with your content you're inspiring people that you probably don't even realize and I think that's amazing that a platform can be so influential.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly that. And if you enjoy what you do, that kind of shines through your work and the content you put out. So yeah, I do love posting.
Yes, me too. So, how has your platform made you a better person, and what is your favorite thing about having one?
I think my favorite thing about having a platform is the people you get to meet. Like I've connected with so many other girls like me, like the same kind of age, who like the same things, which I didn't really have when I was at school. I had friends, but we didn't all have the same interests, if that makes sense. Um, so yeah, it's nice to meet new people and just like find more inspiration from others as well who have the same interests.
Yeah, I agree. I've been able to kind of make connections with just the people that I welcome onto my podcast, and it's almost like not just like in person you meet one time. It's almost like a friend that you build a relationship with, even though you're not actually seeing them in person. And I think that's really amazing because I agree with you that I've also found that I've gained really great connections with people who have similar interests as me, and that has kind of made me a better person. And I'm kind of inspired by them, and I don't know, I kind of figure out new things about myself. So I think that for anyone listening who's interested in starting something new that might be afraid, it can end up being one of the best decisions you make and it can actually make you like things that you never even thought you would be interested in.
Yeah, exactly. And it can really help grow your confidence as well. From like supporting other people supporting you. I think it's a really good community you can build.
Yeah, and I think it's like an important part to think that you don't like do it just for like the followers or the likes or the comments, like doing it because you actually enjoy it and love it and want to put yourself out there in like the best way possible. Sometimes I feel like people can get too caught up in like I don't know the how many likes you get and stuff like that, and sometimes that can just get to your head rather than just posting what you love because you love it. And I think that's gonna what's gonna make your platform and anyone's just pages successful.
Yeah, that is so true. It's so easy to get caught up in it as well. I've definitely done that where I posted something I really liked and like I really enjoyed doing, and it didn't get much like likes or much engagement, and then I was thought, oh, I should delete it because it didn't do well. When that's a really wrong way to think about it, and I've definitely grown in that sense that I try not to just care about the likes and the comments and just post what I enjoy.
Yes, exactly. Can you talk about some ways you come up with content ideas for your feed?
I think like living in London, I don't know if you follow many London-based bloggers. Well, I don't live in London, I live just out. Um, there's so many nice locations to take content in London. So I pretty much just like go out there. I go with my mum. We actually go out for like the whole day and we like take loads of nice pictures, go for coffee and make like a fun day of it. I don't essentially plan content. I kind of like I plan the outfits I want to take and then when I'm out and about, if it happens, it happens. I try not to put too much pressure on it. But I definitely get a lot of inspiration from Pinterest, other content creators, like on YouTube, even TikTok recently, and it's quite a big app that's blowing up. Yeah, I get inspiration from everywhere pretty much.
Yeah, me too. And I think that's important to kind of find inspiration from the little things. Sometimes like you can literally just walk outside and feel like inspiration just from like looking at the sun, or I don't know, just looking at like the grass and like the greenery and stuff like that. So I think that sometimes people take for granted like the little moments, and sometimes those end up being like the best things. And I think that's like so cool to just like go with your mom and have like a fun day, because those are times that I enjoyed as well, spending time with my mom and just with people like you love, because life's so short. And I think that sometimes it's better not to plan your content, just because you're able to kind of like just miraculously have this like photo that you never even thought would end up being like something you'd want to post, and it ends up being super cute. So I think that's like an important little lesson.
Yeah, exactly that. And then you also get memories behind it. So then when you look back at these pictures you posted, you can be like, oh, that's the time me and mum went up to London and we had such a nice day. And you kind of like have a memory with the picture instead of it just being like, oh God, that day I was super stressed. I had to take 50 million pictures and I didn't like any of them. It's more natural, I think, that way.
Yes, totally. So what is your favorite and your personal fashion style?
I feel like my fashion style changes all the time. One day I'm like, I really like streetwear and like trainers and tracksuits, and the next day I'm like really girly. But one thing that always stays is like pink. I love pink, and I always kind of have pink in like all my outfits pretty much. But yeah, I like to change my style quite a lot. It's something that you can be really like flexible with, and yeah, I like bold colors, but it's pretty much like street style meets girly.
Nice. Yeah, pink is also my favorite color, but I tend to like the neutrals a lot, only because I feel like they're so easy to mix and match, and I always find myself able to kind of mix it with a different pair of shoes and different shirt or something like that. And I think I ask this question a lot because I think it's really important to kind of get a broader perspective of like how different everyone's fashion style is, but like the one thing remains of everyone like having that passion for fashion. So I think that it is important to kind of have your identity through what you wear, because I truly think that what you wear and fashion is a form of expression, and you can kind of like tell a story through what you wear, and you can kind of express your mood and how you're feeling. So yeah, I love that, and I can totally relate.
Yeah, I definitely love neutrals as well. And I need to get more neutrals in my wardrobe, I think. I do kind of gravitate to brighter colors, but in like autumn, winter, neutrals is just everywhere, and like brown tones, like the chocolate colors. I love all of that. But when it comes to summer, I'm pretty much in color all the time.
Yeah, it's good to just switch it up.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what does fashion mean to you as a form of self expression?
I just love fashion because you can really just be whoever you want to be. And it's really important to not care what other people think. I used to really care what other people thought, and I wouldn't wear the things I want to wear. But now I just like buy and wear whatever I want to wear, to be honest, and not worry about what other people think. You can really show your personality through what you wear. And I just love that you can play around with it, and how you feel on one day, your outfit can kind of reflect that.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think like we kind of touched on this, but I think that everyone's like way of dressing shows who they are as a person, and then it's kind of cool to see um like the differences and the similarities, to kind of see like if people are similar to how you dress or if there's differences. And I love Pinterest to kind of, I don't know, embark on my fashion journey, because I feel like I find so many like just like inspirational outfits and stuff like that that I end up really liking, and kind of going to the store and looking for items similar to that. So I think it's just a matter of finding what you like best, finding what works for your body, because everyone likes different clothing with their body shape and stuff like that. So I think that it's individual to the person, but I think that fashion is a really amazing way to kind of wear what you want and be yourself.
Yeah, definitely. And it can really bring you confidence as well.
Mhm. So, are there any tips you can share on ways to just not compare yourself to others, to stay on your path and become the best version of you?
I think especially with Instagram, it's so easy to compare yourself to other people, but you've really got to remember that there's room for everyone. If you want to start creating content, there is literally enough for everyone. and it's not, doesn't need to be this big competitive thing that they've got more followers, so I shouldn't bother. And also there's just so much you can do with it. So you can really make of it what you want. You just got to be yourself, pretty much.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it took me a while to, like, not because I wasn't confident within myself, but because I was kind of too worried about what others would say, maybe like about starting a podcast or kind of posting like content. But I know deep down that I have like a certain like vibe to me and certain aesthetic that I want to share with the world. And that's what kind of made me kind of override what everyone else was maybe thinking. And maybe people weren't even thinking anything. It's just like this conscious thing in my head. And I think that's with many people on social media, because sometimes like it's just easy to compare the numbers and stuff like that. But I've really found joy through having my account, and I'm sure you as well. And it's just something that I don't even think about doing. I just enjoy posting on my story and on my feed, and I just like love seeing like the content that other influencers and bloggers put out there, because I think it's really inspiring, and it gives me creative ideas and stuff like that. So I think it's like this whole like amazing community that some people take for granted, but I truly think that it can kind of make you a better person and shape you into who you want to be.
Yeah, it's so true. And like you said before, it's like you worry what people think, but the people probably aren't even thinking that, and they're probably seeing you're putting yourself out there, and they're like, oh wow, that's like inspired me to put myself out there. So yeah,
Exactly.
it's super important, but it's so easy just to get caught up in thinking other people are judging you when what you worry about 99% of the time doesn't even happen. So yeah.
Yes, for sure. And finally, what are some ways that people can stay in contact with you or just get in touch?
On my Instagram, pretty much. So my Instagram handle is just my name, Helena Wilds. I have my email linked on there as well. And I do have a blog, which is withhelena.com, which I haven't posted on for a while, but I really have set myself a goal this year to get back into it.
Nice, amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. It was so nice.